Hey guys, if you didn't know, tonight we are on location at King Family Fun Center Golfing. You should come check it out. It is a blast. They got a lot of fun stuff here. Roller skating, lots of fun food, and putt-putt, mini golf. What more could you ask for? So we're gonna do a little mini golf tournament today with 3 of your friends.
With a twist.
You'll see that next. All right, guys, hey, as you know, we are on location at King Family Fun Center doing a little bit of night golfing. And we brought in Sophie, Brevik, and David in a little head-to-head competition, a 3-way round-robin tournament. It's not a tournament, but we throw in a twist, don't we, Drew?
We always have to throw in a twist.
And yes, we brought our patented dark glasses blindfolds, blackout lenses, can't see a thing, and so they have someone that's going to try to tell them where to hit the ball for 3 entire holes. They get to play blind golf. All right, we're gonna start off with Sophie, and then David and Brevik, and see how they do. Here we go.
And I think first up we have our good friend Pastor Adam, and who's that? Sophie with is that Sophie with blonde hair? Whoa, I think that is Sophie. All right, as she's getting to line up her putt, what do you think she's gonna do here, Tanner?
You know what? I really think she's gonna get a hole-in-one. She's just gonna whack it, just like super hard, and it's gonna fly. Was that the hit? Whoa!
I think that was it. Whoa!
There it goes.
Oh!
Oh,
That
she
was
hit
so
a rock.
close. That was
Dang.
so close. As you see, as Pastor Adam is guiding her, that's because she can't see a
Hey,
thing.
hold on, that's illegal. Where are our judges at?
Oh, yeah, you can't lead them.
You can't touch the contestants.
Can I? Hey, I said no touching.
Adam,
He just
what
said
are you
it.
doing?
So line up that shot. Come on, help her out.
He's
So
cheating. He's cheating.
right now they're not allowed to.
Look at
touch
that
them.
swing. Did you see that swing?
I missed it. I missed the swing.
man.
Oh, it was a good practice swing.
Yeah.
That was for sure.
Oh.
And it's got a Oh, not enough juice on it. It needs a little bit more of that Gatorade.
You know what? That's how I hit my dodgeballs. I curve every single one of them. People don't suspect it. They try to get out of the way, and they're like, "Man, I just got hit by Tanner's fastball, curveball."
Tanner's curveball. Well, good thing we're not playing dodgeball out here, and they're using a putter, and they're trying to putt the ball into those holes.
Ooh, look at those practice swings. You know what? I heard that Adam is a pro golfer.
That was pretty close. Did you see that shot? That rolled right past the hole, right
it
past
just
it.
went right past.
A little hair to the left as they're lining back up for the shot. What were you saying about Pastor Adam there?
Yeah, you know what? After that last shot, I'm really starting to doubt his pro golfing swings.
Hey, wait, is she hitting backwards? Is she gonna try to hit this reverse? Wait a minute.
I mean, I can talk reverse.
You can talk reverse, but we like you from the other end. Go ahead and spin back around, and let's see how this goes. Oh,
There it goes.
she makes it!
Wow.
Hole in,
What?
I don't know how many strokes. That was a lot of strokes.
That was incredible. I think that was 8. I recorded on at least 8.
8? That was an 8 for Sophie. That was an 8. 8 there. That was pretty good.
Wow.
All right. Well, I think we have some more contestants coming up here. And who do we have next, Tanner?
That looks like Dr. Grubb.
That is Dr. Grubb with his little mask on. I like it. I like it. And who's he got blindfolded there? Is that Brevik?
That is Brevik.
Oh, whoa, he is just out of the gate, man. He just got lined up and he hit it, and I believe it got knocked off by a rock. It got blocked by a rock.
Dang. Hey, it's not just a boulder. It's a rock. That's a quote from SpongeBob if you've never seen it.
Oh, well, I believe we did a commercial on it. That's probably where they got that rock, is from one of our mediocre toys. That's where that rock came from.
Hey, do you know the song that goes along with that?
What song goes along with that?
Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me.
Yeah. I could really use some pizza right now. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry.
That
Cheers to
dance
your
made me want
coffee.
some. Oh yeah, cheers.
I spilled my coffee.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna
Oh,
be
and he
drunk now.
shoots it again. Let's pay attention to the sports here. Let's see what's going on. And he came up a little short, but he's leading him. He's leading, and he tripped. He did a little bit of a trip.
You know, one thing from these last 2 contestants.
Wow, hit it way too hard. Dr. Grubb, you gotta tell him to slow that swing down.
Doctor.
You know, Dr. Grubb, you know, you need more than medicine out here on this course. You need time and finesse. You need to be able to give great instructions. There you go, just like that. Took the right step there.
Hey, can I show you something?
Sure.
Hold out your elbow for me.
Hold up my elbow.
Wow, look at those reflexes.
Wow. And, oh, he almost made it.
Almost.
We gotta watch this. Man, they are going quick on this field, on this course, on this putt, whatever this is. Oh, and this goes right through it. I think that might be a fault of the COVID holes. They have like these things that are in it that so you don't put your hands in there and get all your germs. Especially when you're blindfolded, just to have that finesse. Oh, and he makes it. Wow. Woo, that went in there so quick. Man, if you would have blinked, you would have missed that whole course. Whew. I think we have somebody else. Who's up next,
That
man?
is Allison and who else? I can't see. Who's
I
in the
think
blind?
that's David. I think that's David.
Oh, it is David.
Yes. David, and he actually when he hit it. Man, I am blinking, and these kids are going so fast.
Yeah. These lights are really bright too. Those blue ones are kind of blinding us right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And is she even lining him to go back towards the tee? Where is she lining him? Where is she trying to tell him
Where's
to go,
the
Tanner?
ball? Find the ball. I don't know. It's in front of the ball.
Well, it's really hard to
He's
find
down
those
below.
balls, Tanner,
2
because look, they are using these darked out glasses where you can't see a thing. So
Where
like
did you
if
get
we
that from?
Oh, there's another one right here. Here's one for you.
Thanks.
Yep. So this is what they're using out there, and you can't see a thing when you have these on. So like I could be trying to tell you what's happening right now, but it's hard to see. But Tanner, you should check these out. Keep yours on. Wait. You should see this. Hold on. Oh no, it's not working.
I can't see anything though.
Oh, look at me now. Oh yeah.
Wait.
Look at me now.
I am looking at you.
Oh, but look at me now. Take off your lens. Look at me now. Oh, they open. That's really cool.
Wow.
So, but they're not allowed to do that. They have to keep theirs on where it's pitch black. And it seems like David is having some trouble there in the pitch
Oh,
black.
wow. In the sand.
Oh, right before the sand trap. Good thing, because that would have been a -1.
You know what I'm really good at?
What are you good at, Tanner?
Not hitting balls into the sand.
Not into the sand. You don't like to go to the beach and hit some golf balls. And he hits it. Oh, and it's right around.
That's the COVID
around. Woo! That was so close. It might have been that COVID cup might have just like held it there and it just had enough force to swing it around. Oh man, that's a big tough one there for you.
It's like an ice cream cone.
But we're gonna try to line him up again, and he's doing a 2-step. It looks like he's doing a cha-cha slide if he did that a little bit faster.
Hey Drew, really
Yes.
quick, what's your favorite ice cream?
Moose Tracks. Moose Tracks is really good. Yes. But why are we talking about food? Because now you're making me hungry.
Okay, because I said it's like the cup's like an ice cream cone, upside down ice cream cone. It's like,
Upside down ice cream cone. Gotcha.
you know, like McDonald's. Like
Yes.
how they have their cones, like a little small bottom on there, kind of has like the middle.
Oh, okay. I got you. I see what
Trying
you're
to
saying.
give a visual.
Yes, I see.
Of the cup.
I
It's
see
like
where you went with that.
this.
But I think he's getting ready to putt.
Oh, let's see.
Wait, he's there.
He's doing it.
there. Ah, and he
What a
makes
hit!
it! Woo, that was
got
a
it.
close one. He is so. I bet you he is so relieved to use his eyeballs again.
Yep.
And we're gonna shoot it down to Jeremy. He's gonna give us some more instructions on what's to come next.
All right, guys, we're gonna change it up just a little bit. They have been madly practicing with the blindfolds on. We're gonna take the blindfolds off and run this hole head to head, all three of them, no blindfolds.
So as we're ready to go, they get to use their next course, hole number 2, blindfolded. Let's send it over to Sophie real quick as she's getting ready to hit by herself. With no coach this time. With no coach. Let's see what she does. Tanner,
I mean, her dad is the pro.
her dad is a pro and she banks
What?
it off. And did that just go in?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Dang.
Shit,
That would have been a par.
That would have been
No,
a
it would
par.
have been a birdie. Eagle.
Oh, she made it in her second shot. Oh, and it's going down the tube and it hits off the concrete. Oh, she buried herself. Oh, she buried herself real good on that one. Wow. What was that?
I'm just flabbergasted about how incredible those golf strokes were. Obviously, Adam's training has
Paid?
very well. Oh,
Oh, they paid off. She made it. That was only 3. That was 3 hits. 3 hits. I think next we have Brevik up to bat. I mean, up to the tee. Brevik's getting ready.
Is he gonna launch it?
He hits him pretty hard but he's being able to see this time. So he's going for, another hole, the hole on the right. Let's see where that one's gonna take him. Oh, he hits it in one. He's already ahead of Sophie.
It almost.
Oh, it went right past it. It was a hairline miss.
Do you know how much a hairline is?
That's pretty small.
One my dad doesn't have. He's balding.
We don't. Okay, you just went there. Okay.
I did.
As he gets his golf club and golf ball off the curb there, he's getting ready to do a shot number 2. And he
makes it!
Woo!
2 shots.
2 shots. That was a 2. I had lost my pen somewhere.
Hey,
Can I borrow your pen? Yeah, that was 2 for Brevik. That was 2. And I believe next up is we got David up to the tee box.
You know what? David has been very consistent across this whole tournament, so I believe that he's going to just do very, very well.
Yeah, he follows right in the footsteps of Brevik, and it's going straight down, but that hole keeps going to that concrete pad. It really likes that concrete pad.
You know,
it's a shame.
It's kind of like my dog follows me.
Follows you.
Well, that was a hard hit. Oh, it went right out.
He has some muscles. That one went too hard. You got to be a little bit finesse. A little bit finesse there, David.
He said.
That was too much finesse, David. A little bit less. And that's a kid. Way to go. That's a 4. 4 for David.
Send it back down to Jeremy.
So what we have here is we have done 2 holes. We have 1 more hole to go. We're going to give them the option whether they want to play 1 more hole without blindfolds, or if they want to blindfold their teammate and play 1 more hole. What's your vote, Sophie? One more hole not blindfolded? You don't want to blindfold your dad? No. Okay. Blindfolded? Heck, what is it? No blindfold. All right. So it sounds like it's unanimous. We're blindfolding them. And we're moving on to the next hole. Good job, guys.
Looks like Adam's down there analyzing the shot and how he wants to hit it.
But he can't really analyze because he's blindfolded. Sophie has chosen to blindfold him.
You know what?
So she is trying to give some precise instructions here.
Precise instructions.
Precise instructions.
Man, he hit that like he would hit a driver.
Yeah,
Look at that thing bounce around all around the place.
That thing had so many ricochets. I think that hit like 3 different things bouncing around like that. Sophie, you gotta grab your dad. You can't just walk away from him.
Just leaving him in the dust.
Leaving him in the dust.
Man.
Hey Adam, how about you get set there and you're gonna go to your right, not towards your left there because that's hole number 7, not the hole that you're on. So let's focus in there. There you
Hey Drew, I want to make one comment on Adam's stance. Look at that. He has his knees bent. His arms are perfectly on that club.
You can tell he's played before. You can tell.
Yeah. I just want everyone to recognize that how good he is.
You know what I want to shout out to right now is Sophie. Sophie is giving some fantastic instructions and Adam is just, I don't know if he's not listening or if he can't see. Right? Oh wait, he can't see, can he? There's a bug?
There's a bug.
Was it a bee?
I don't think so.
Okay. That would be not good if it was a bee. I'm allergic. I need my EpiPen. He hits it. Where'd it go?
Back onto his competition.
Where'd it go? Oh, that hit the rock and it went. Oh, that went really close. But he seems to be having a little bit of struggle walking. Is that a cane he's using? I believe that is a cane. He is. Oh, that's his club.
He cannot see anything. He really is blind right now.
Those glasses that they're using, I tell you, those are pitch black. You cannot see anything. And it does not help that it's dark outside right now.
Yeah, I bet he feels like Iron Man right now when Iron Man's suit dies. You know, when he's falling back to Earth after flying up.
To Earth.
On his first prototype, he flies up into the sky, gets all like frosted and stuff, and then it shuts off and he falls.
I need to watch some more Iron Man, I guess. I take it. So,
I mean, they are hitting irons.
Wow. Oh, wow. Where's the bell on that one? All right. So, It looks like he's lining up for a second putt. Sophie's trying very hard right now to line him up to make this in. I believe this would be hit number 3, and he hits it and...
Hit number 3. This is, you mean 33?
Oh.
This is hit number 33. You have to keep count.
I've been listening to your stories about Iron Man.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that was a little bit too soft of a hit though, Adam. Think you need to go home and do some curls and be able to swing that club a little bit harder if you're going to make that pink
Swing it, batter.
ball go into that hole. So let's go ahead and as he's lined up, he's getting ready to hit, and he hits it, and it's whoa! Whew! I think from up here it looks like that's about, what is that? 7 inches away? 6 inches away?
He's like inches in goal right now.
Well, it would be a lot better if we were a lot closer to the field right there, but it looks like he's on hit number, what did you say, 38? 34? What did you say that was?
The last one was 33, so this was 34.
34. All right. Let's see, as he's getting ready to line up again.
I have proof. I have a number written down on paper.
He hasn't written down. He knows what he's talking about.
That's true.
Don't question him. And we're getting ready to hit it. And and he makes it! He made it in the hole. Wow. It's about time. Thank you, Adam. We were running out of time on the air there. So thanks for making
Hold
that,
on,
Adam.
I have to fix this number.
30.
It says 35. That was 35.
That's the official scoreboard, people.
Official. Wait, hold on, I'll make it official.
It says official.
It's official.
Did you spell that right? Don't trust me. I don't know.
Hey, wait, I want to see you spell this.
No, I don't want to spell that. I don't know how to spell.
Okay.
I'll go with that. I didn't graduate first grade where you learn how to spell official. All right, I think we're ready to go to our next set of partners. I believe we have Dr. Grubb and Brevik back up.
You know what? He's a doctor. Let's give him, you know, the last time when he was instructing, right? It didn't go so well for Brevik because Brevik was like on shot number 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8. I had an 8 written here.
But Brevik is very good with instructions. So I have confidence between Doc's brain and Brevik that this next set of shots is going to be fantastic. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen with this.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see what happens because they're about to tee off here. So let's take it back down to the field and see how Brevik does with giving instructions with Dr. Grubb behind this.
I'm going to show an
putter.
example.
Oh, examples. I like visual examples. Go ahead and show me.
See, I have a golf ball here.
That's a piece of gum.
No, it's a golf ball.
Okay.
And I have my putter. This is what Brevik is about to instruct Doctor to do.
Hopefully he doesn't instruct him like that. But it looks like he just hit it, so he does not instruct him like that. And we're about halfway down the course already. I hope that doesn't happen with their golf balls.
That would suck. Just hitting it way too hard. Just get stuck to the golf club.
That may happen if Dr. Grubb does not slow down his swing here.
I'm going to try to throw us onto the field.
Oh, you almost hit Brevik. That almost hit Brevik. Brevik's so concentrated, though, right now on giving some precise instructions on Dr. Grubb, lining him up.
Did you see those shuffles from the doc?
His little wobble?
He was shuffling over to the ball.
Shuffle.
Like he's playing shuffleboard. But
I like shuffleboard.
He's implementing multiple strategies from different games into his puttering game right now.
Huh.
He's like shuffleboarding over to the ball, and then he's taking like a badminton racket and swinging it, right? Because you just barely want to contact the ball when you hit it, right?
Oh! He hit that one a little bit too hard. I think his shuffle hips got in the way of that one.
Shuffle hips.
His shuffle hips. As he keeps shuffling, he might shuffle his way all the way to the Canadian border if he doesn't slow him down there, Brevik. You guys. Oh, now he's doing circles. Now he's doing the Macarena.
No, he's doing the cha-cha slide. I know the cha-cha slide.
The cha-cha slide? That was a cha-cha slide? I never
All
learned
together now. Clap, clap, clap. Clap your hands. To the left now, y'all. Take it to the right.
Take it to the, let's just take it back down to the field.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and see what they're doing. And they're getting ready to line that shot up. And
Hey,
he's
they're
shuffling
aiming
again.
right for the booth right now.
He's shuffling again. he likes him shuffles.
Every day I'm shuffling. I wish we had copyrights to that song.
That would be awesome, because then we could play it in the
It would
background.
be instrumental.
And we wouldn't have to hear him singing. Anyways, as he lines back up for the putt and he goes to hit it, and it rolls in! It rolls
What
in!
a doctorifical shot.
How about we take that over to the scoreboard? Tanner, how many shots was that, my man? How many shots was that on your scoreboard? Because I lost count.
That was, hold on. Where's the doc? Have to make this official.
Official.
11.
And that was an 11. Officially 11. Well, as we go back to the start of this hole, it looks like we have in the tee boxes Allison. David has picked Allison to go ahead and hit blindfolded, so they do not start with a negative, or they do start with a negative 5 points. So
I think it's a good choice for a partner for him to hit with golf balls, because them on the first hole was actually pretty fantastic.
it was pretty fantastic, I have to say myself.
Yeah, they're pretty brave hitting that ball. I mean, he hit it right into the rock, but you know, he recovered really fast from that.
They're really good at just putting that bad juju behind them and just moving forward.
I agree with that.
Yep. So as we're getting ready to kick this one off, Tanner, what's some words of wisdom for us as they go on this course?
H2O.
Drink some. Very good, very good. All right. It looks like she just hit her first ball, and it had a couple ricochets in there. And the ball got lost. Where'd the ball go? Did the ball? Oh, David, yes, you must guide Allison. Allison, please follow David's voice, because otherwise you will get lost.
Hey David, make sure Allison gets some high quality H2O, not Gatorades. Gatorades really does suck.
Did you see how she was using that stick? She was using it like a blind person. She was trying to tap for the mice. You know, no, that you can't find the ball that way. You got
Is that the reference you're trying to go
Three
for?
blind mice. That's the reference. There it was. 3 blind mice. There's only one
It's
out there,
okay,
Allison.
it's
Make
cool.
sure that you find the one that you're trying to find and hit that and put it in its home. And let's call it a night and go home, because it's starting to get cold out here.
It is very windy.
Very windy. Very, very windy, as you can tell in my hair and in Tanner's hair. It's very
Do
windy.
you like it?
I love it.
It's my new COVID do.
It almost looks like a skunk, but a blue skunk. And,
Fierce.
Fierce. Let's take it. Did she hit it? Yes, she did. She hit it, and it went a little bit closer, but it's still not in yet. But she's very close. From up here, it looks like she's about a foot away. It might be closer. It might be farther. It's a little hard to see them out there behind those that course over there.
Yeah, I want to see them do that Michael Bay shot again. That was sick with all the lights and stuff.
The Michael Bay shot.
Yeah, watch.
Okay, watch this. Watch this. Here she goes. She's doing the Dr. Grub. She's learning the cha-cha
She
slide.
learned from the doc.
She
Wow.
learned from the doc.
What a doc.
You're never too old to learn new tricks. And they hit the ball. Oh! And it goes right out and over. It must be that COVID cup is
That COVID
starting
cup.
to create a lot of issues for these teams out there. A lot of issues.
COVID Cup. The virus makes the ball stick to the green, so I'm just going with that theory.
But it has to go in for the round to be over and for them to get a point.
Yes.
So
you're right.
They need to stay focused out there, Tanner. They need to stay focused.
It is starting to get really cold. Everyone put on their sweaters now. I mean, I think the grass is starting to ice up.
It might get really slippy out there. They better be careful with that cha-cha slide. It might end up in a
Whoa, whoa,
cha-cha
whoa.
split.
Do you see this? She's hitting backwards.
I don't think she is meaning to do that. If she was not blindfolded, I don't think she would be lined up that way.
Huh. Interesting.
But it may just work out for her. She's hitting reverse style, and David is lining her up reverse.
Hey, let me throw down some snowboarding questions for you.
Snowboarding, okay.
The way she's standing right now, is that goofy-footed or regular?
That would be goofy-footed, the
Yeah.
way that she is standing.
Guess who rides goofy?
That would not be me. I ride regular.
Oh. Well, guess who rides goofy?
I'm guessing Allison if she went down a slope.
Yeah, guess who else rides goofy?
I would guess you since you keep asking.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We got an answer correct. That's a point for Drew. 1 for Drew. Let me write that down. Can I borrow your pen? That's a 1 for Drew.
Here's Drew.
And guess.
What? I just called the point. Here's a Drew.
Here's a point for Drew. All right, she's lining back up. Still in reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, she is still in reverse. She's getting set, and she is going to swing. Oh, nope, she faked us out.
She hit the
faked us out
grass.
good.
Hit the grass.
Oh, it's really challenging to be blindfolded as you're doing this.
Here we go.
Very hard. As she stutter steps there. Oh, she makes it! You hear the curve plunk? Not really, because it doesn't go anywhere. But
Man, she was over those goggles. She took that thing off right away. She's like, nope.
oh, she was so happy. Well, Tanner, I think that pretty much sums up tonight for this crazy tournament we've had. Let's Let's kick it down there to Jeremy, and we can find out who's won this crazy thing. Tanner, it was so much hosting with you, and we'll see you all later. Thank you for coming out and watching us play.
Yes, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this Analyst Desk review of these fantastic players tonight at the C7 Golf Tournament.
Okay, it's windy too.
Yeah.
All right, how do you guys feel you did? Brevik?
Oh,
David, how do you feel? Which was your favorite hole? The first one where you were blindfolded, where you weren't, or where you were giving instructions?
The one where we
I'm not talking to you yet. David? Where you weren't? Brevik? This one? The one where you...
was not blindfolded.
The one where you weren't playing, you were just giving instructions. Oh, very well played. I'm not proud of yourself at all, are you? And Sophie, which one was your favorite?
Like I could put left on that.
All right. Well, you know what? It's pretty much random, and it doesn't really matter because, as you guys know, we only had a large enough budget to buy the one graphic. So, Drew wins. Sorry, guys. Thanks for playing. All right. Hey, guys. I hope you enjoyed our time together today. What should we do next, Drew?
I think we should go to worship. Let's go sing a little.
Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the sun sets free. Oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me. Oh, his grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Whom the Son sets free. Oh, it's free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child
Have you ever heard the phrase, go big or go home? People say it to motivate themselves or people around them. It basically means that if you're going to do something, well, give it your best. Or go for it. Go all out. I had a baseball coach when I was in high school who used to use the phrase, sell out. It's kind of the same thing. It's odd because a sellout isn't something you normally would want to be or encourage someone to be a sellout. But when it came to baseball, for us, it meant you were going to do whatever it took. You would just sell out. You're going to give it your all. Even if it meant diving in the dirt for a ball or going headfirst into a base, you were going to do whatever it took. So it meant to give it your best. Well, if you're not going to give it your best, the go big or go home means that you're either going to give it your best or you may as well stay home. Now, go big or big shows up in other conversations. Sometimes it means like when we're talking about success, like they made it to the big time. Or in college sports or sports in general, the big dance is like the final game. Or just in geography, you move to the big city. Well, that makes sense because it's talking about the size of a city. But in the case of New York, it's called the Big Apple, which really makes no sense to me because I don't think a bunch of apple orchards when I think of New York. So big can be a pretty big deal. Today we're going to talk about serving others. And when it comes to service, the idea of big shows up there too. You don't have to be on social media very long to find someone promoting a cause. And typically, it's a really big one. You see, I think people generally want to be a part of something that's big or something that's bigger than themselves. It just seems like something that's more, I don't know, I guess just big is better sometimes. There's something really cool about starting or being a part of something that's bigger than yourself. If you've ever been a part of a cause or a trip or a movement that seemed to truly help other people, well, you know what I'm talking about then. It gives us all the feels. It gives us something that it feels like we're making a difference in something that we're participating in. So naturally, it makes sense that if we're going to get involved, we want to play a big role in a big cause that makes a big difference. Being a part of a big cause is awesome. Playing a role that makes an impact is incredible. In a world where so many people only care about themselves, anytime you can join in and help others, not only are you obeying God, you're also sharing His love with others and becoming more of who He wants you to be. As awesome as getting involved in a big cause or a movement is, there's something ironic that I've noticed. And it comes back to the phrase we talked about at the beginning, the go big or go home. Well, the truth is, guys, I really don't like that phrase, go big or go home. I don't like it at all because I don't like that it sounds like if you're not going to do it great, you may as well stay home. And it makes home sound like, it's a place where nothing happens. It's a place where nothing matters. In fact, what if we could go big and go home? Have you ever heard of Mother Teresa? Most people have. She lived to be 87 years old. She spent most of her life serving sick and dying people, people that society had written off. Because of her work in India, she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and several other awards and honorary degrees. She's considered a saint by the Catholic Church. And do you know what she said about service? She didn't say, leave everything you have, leave your home and go out into the world. She didn't say, raise as much as money as you can to fund organizations that are out there, like the ones that, she partnered with. She said this: if you want to change the world, go home and love your family. Did you hear that? Let that sink in for just a second. Let that just kind of rest on you. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. I should probably stop right there. That's one of the most profound statements I've ever heard. And it's one of the most honest and truthful statements. What if we actually started to think, live, and behave in a way? What if we just started right at home? For most of us, this idea doesn't seem too appealing sometimes. After all, your family may sometimes annoy you. They might be mean to you. They might ignore you. They might not even go to church. They might even make fun of you for going to church. For a lot of us, the idea of home isn't ideal. Serving at home can seem uncomfortable, boring, maybe even a bit awkward. For you, maybe it'd be even easier to go to, say, a different part of the world far away and serve there. That would be easier than it would be to serve your family. But what if God has big plans for you at home, right now, with the people that challenge you the most? Toward the end of Jesus' time with his disciples, he told his closest followers that he would be leaving soon. Of course, this made them nervous. See, they had been following him for years, and they couldn't imagine living life without his leadership and influence. Also, they had abandoned their livelihood from before and their families. So they pretty much had put all their eggs in this one basket. That was all they had, was following Jesus. So to hear that he was going to leave, well, you could say that was probably a bit disturbing at least. The only good news was that he promised that after he left, he would send his Spirit to guide them. And even though they didn't fully understand what he meant at the time, that seemed like pretty good news. In the book of Acts, following Jesus, following his death and resurrection right before his ascension into heaven, we get a clearer picture of what Jesus had in mind for his followers. After he left, he was counting on them to spread the word about him and the life, joy, peace, and love that he had to offer. And then he said this: "But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you. And you will be my witness, telling people about me everywhere, in Jerusalem, throughout Judea, and in Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." That's found in Acts chapter 1, verse 8. When Jesus says that, when he says that the Holy Spirit will arrive and that you will be my witnesses, this means that the disciples still had a job to do. And that job was going to be to take his message to the world. Sure, it sounded overwhelming, but it also sounds empowering. For the most part, these guys were uneducated, common men. They fished for a living or collected taxes. They came from humble beginnings and lived humble lives. To hear a resurrected Jesus tell them that they would be entrusted with his message and to spread it around the world, that meant that they were a big part of something pretty big. Jesus also knew that this wouldn't be easy. Jesus' message was good news to the weak and the vulnerable people, but to powerful people, it challenged religious institutions and the social norms. A lot of things would be shattered by this idea. The idea and existence of a Savior who basically trumped religion with unconditional love. And that's not all. Based on the way religious leaders had acted towards Jesus, as in they had killed him, they would have their hands full. It wasn't going to be easy. They were going to be up against some opposition. Knowing all of that, Jesus gives them a game plan. He gave them a blueprint where to start if they wanted to go. And he was very intentional in how he spoke. He said, "You will be my witness in Jerusalem." Jesus mentions Jerusalem first. Unless you live in Jerusalem, this probably doesn't mean much to you. But it meant everything to the disciples because they were already there. They were in Jerusalem. In fact, Jerusalem was their home. This was the secret sauce to navigating this huge, audacious, go big moment that Jesus is giving them. Jesus is basically telling his disciples, yes, you are about to be a part of something big. Yes, I want you to go to the ends of the earth. And yes, I'm inviting you to help me change the world. But let me be very clear. Serving big starts at home. Jesus knew that the best place for them to start sharing the message of his love, joy, peace was right where they were. That would change the course of human history and reach the ends of the earth. It would start with their personal family and friends, the ones that they cared about. And once they cared about their home turf, their local communities, then they could branch out to the surrounding areas and eventually the rest of the world. This applies to you and me as well. When we think about service, we have the tendency to think that this only happens when you get involved with a movement that changes things around the world. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing any of those things. In fact, I would encourage you to get involved with something like that. But it's also important to remember that serving big starts at home. The people you have the most potential influence with may just live right down the hall from you. And you know, based on Jesus' instructions to his disciples, I think Mother Teresa was right on. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. So here it is, decision time. What are you going to do? You can keep doing whatever, or you can do what Jesus asks us to do and share him with others. And that starts right at home. If you want to change the world, go home and love your family. But pick a side. You're either in or you're out. No one believes someone who waffles back and forth. In Revelations, it talks about being hot or cold, and that God would spit someone out if they were lukewarm. He would rather you either choose to follow him and serve him or choose not to. So, what are you going to do? My hope for you is that you go home, go big, love and serve, and it starts with family. Thanks, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this time. I hope that you all are heading to your Zoom groups right now and that you enjoy that time with your Zoom groups. Let me pray, and I got one thing at the end, so just hang on. Father God, I just pray that you bless this time of small groups via Zoom. God, I pray for your blessing upon us and that we would be able to get back together in person soon. God, just bless this time. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, guys. If you put a hashtag up, one of you who does that in the chat, not in the chat, in the comment section below, tonight, if you put in hashtag C7 family, one of you is going to get some sort of prize sent to you in the mail. All right, thanks, guys. See you soon.